over the waters and shit just dove in the water.
That's the one I heard. It's a bald-headed guy.
Yeah, he just dove in the water.
Never just dove in the water.
That was like,
but what he said or somebody else said, these are all Edomites that were Air Force guys, veterans. And I remember one guy, he said the technology, I can't describe it. He said, but we'll never reach that technology. He said, we're nowhere near that technology. He said, that beyond 1,000, one guy said 6,000 years beyond this technology. In other words, it's beyond what they call outer world. Yeah, go ahead, man. You got it. No, you got it, bro. You got it.
But the guy was saying, he was the Army Naval Admiral. He was saying that it put fear in the Navy that was on the aircraft carrier because they saw how it was dropping like regular, and the aircraft was dispatched to follow and chase it, and it just went from 0 to like about 2,000 kilowatts, quick, and then just dove into the water, disappeared.
You said kilowatts. I started laughing. Kilowatts is
I don't know what the hell they said, but you know, I'm just saying. Kilometers.
It is miles, you know.
It went from driving slow, flying slow, the tic-tac shape, to let's taking off to light speed. And they said it was like a flash. And they saw a flash go into the water, and that was it.
They're scared.
No splash, no nothing.
See what the angels are doing, they're doing that to mess with you, huh? And he's not dismayed at them.
He said it was no splash in the water at all. When it went in, it was no splash.
You can't fuck with the angels. Anyway, we're going to have our class. Y'all got to know all the breakdowns. I'm not going to hit you with the breakdown today. Maybe. We're live.
Yeah, we're live, yeah.
After class, after camp class. Anyway, I would like anybody that's relatively new, been in this thing a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3, relatively new. I want you to volunteer by raising your hand. You can bring me all the scriptures that you know on the UFO subject. So everybody's hand should come up. You got at least one scripture. Y'all know at least one scripture. I want as many. I want all the scriptures.
All the scriptures.
Raise your hand. Calling you in a minute. I'm gonna show. He's on. Maybe later or next week, all right? No, we're going to let you do it next week. We're not going to call you yet, all right? Yeah, just get in there. But since you said it, we might do that. I'll call on you. But you sure you got it, right? Okay, good. All right. I put this together years ago. I
got it now.
Locked and loaded.
Okay, bring me the article, and then who's going to do the breakdown? Who's going to do the precepts? Give me as many. If you got 5 precepts on the UFOs, bring them out. If you got 10, if you got 20.
Well, you got most of the precepts on here right here.
Well, they ain't going to know about it. They got to pay for that. Give me the article, Give me the article.
Oh, okay, yes.
And somebody give me the scriptures.
Yeah, this is activistpost.com. It's titled, U.S. government admits aliens are real, but nobody believes them. Jump right to the point. It says, on Wednesday, U.S. government whistleblowers testified under oath in front of Congress that UFOs and aliens are real.
So that's all you need to know. So if the government's saying it, it's got to be real. If the government started, Esau and the government started saying the Israelites are real, Jake would start believing, right? So Esau's coming out saying the UFOs are definitely real. No ifs, ands, or buts. Go ahead, Art.
Luke 12:2. But there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed.
Thank you. That's all we need. Next. Precept.
Psalm chapter 67, 68. chapter 68, verse 17. The chariots of Yahawah Yahawashi are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place.
Okay, so there's a link to that. What's the link to that? What's the link to that?
Thousands?
Read it again, and read the next verse.
It says the chariots of Yahawah Yahawashi are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place.
Read it, keep reading.
Thou hast ascended on high, thou hast led captivity captive.
I'm sorry. Start from what verse you went?
17.
Read the 13 verse.
It says, though ye have lined among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold.
That's the ships. Come on.
When the Almighty scattered kings in it, it was white as snow in summer. The hill of the Most High is as the hill of Bashan, and my hill as the hill of Bashan. Why leap ye high hills?
That's the other nations.
This is the hill which the Most High desireth to dwell in. Yea, the Lord will dwell in it forever.
Israel, go ahead.
The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place.
So what is that? What precepts that come in your mind? I'm dealing with him.
Psalm 91.
That's a good one. I'm not thinking about that. Don't yell out. Don't yell out. Don't yell out. Don't yell out. You should know that. Read the last part again that you just read.
The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Exodus.
No. That's good. That's good too. Who wants to help him out?
Daniel 7:9.
Nope.
You got Ezekiel 1 and 3.
Nope. No, those are all good ones. That's not the one I want.
I don't know what it's give it a killed by light. Killed by light. That's Exodus 13, 23. That's what I had. Killed by fire.
Not what I want. Not what I want. It's in the Old Testament.
I wasn't the same.
It is in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 30 chapter.
Come up front and read that to him. Name the scripture and read it.
Deuteronomy.
Read the last part that you just read.
It says the Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place.
What comes to mind with as in Sinai in the holy place? What happened in Sinai in the holy place? What happened with Moses? What did he get? So here's the scripture.
Deuteronomy 33 and 1. And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of God, blessed the children of Israel before his death. And he said, the Lord came from Sinai and raised up from Sinai unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints. From his right hand went a fiery Lord for them. Yea, he loved the people. All his saints are in thy hand, and they sat down at thy foot. Every one shall receive of thy words.
Thank you. Give him a hand. That's the scripture that should have came to your mind. All the scriptures that y'all gave me were good, but the key point was Mount Sinai. That should have came to your mind. And those commandments, which wasn't 10 of them, were 613, perfectly written. Laser technology, man.
Laser, by the end of the Most High.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Exodus 31 and 18. Exodus 31 and 18. And he gave unto Moses, when he made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai, 2 tables of testimony, tables of stone, written with the finger of God.
There you go. That backs up Deuteronomy.
I got this in Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 3, and I'm gonna read it. It says, the word of the Lord Yahawah came expressly unto Ezekiel, the priest, the son of Buzu, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Chebar, and the hand of the Lord was there upon them. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and the brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof was the color of amber, and out of the midst of the fire, it says also, out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, which was the angels, represent the angels. You know, that was the chariot carrying the angels, and the chariot got a spirit within itself. And the chariot is a spirit within itself, so they can move about. And it's describing it. It says also, out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was the appearance. They had the likeness of a man, because they was angels are men in the spiritual form. It says, and everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings, and their wings were straight. It says, and their feet were straight feet, and the soles of their feet like the soles of the calf's foot. And you described that, how then the time when the Moabites had the calf's foot, but they had the boots. The boots, yeah. So that's what I saw that. I looked it up and I was like, oh wow. You know, it says, and their feet were straight feet, and the soles of their feet like the soles of a calf's foot, and they sparkled, and the color of burnished brass, which was dark. So they were that with dark-skinned entities, and it goes back to that video I ran, of course, on TikTok, and I shared it with the brothers, and brothers did videos on it. How they said that a UFO, a TikTok-shaped UFO, landed on the base, and so-called black men came out with heavy armored weapons, and had to look that they've never been conquered. That they looked like they was never conquered. That they was that strong, and you know. So, and it says. And they had hands of a man, and they had hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and they 4 had their faces on their wings. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went everyone straight forward. As for the likeness of their faces, therefore had the face of a man, the face of a lion, the face, I said the right side, and the 4 had the face of an ox, and the left side, the 4 also had the face of an eagle. That was a fierce-looking creature. It says, thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward towards the wings of everyone were joined together. It's like joint one to another, and 2 covered their bodies, and they went everyone straight forward wherever the spirit was to go. They went, and they turned not when they went. As for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like the burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of lamps, it went up and down among the living creatures, and the fire was bright, and out of the fire went forth lightning, and the living creatures ran and returned, and the appearance as a flash of lightning, like that arrow described that chariot. It's went from 0 with driving slow to shot off.
It defies G-force. G represents gravity. A plane can do this, but it can't do this.
No.
That's the guy said. We all from the same guy. He said we don't got that technology. We never gonna get that technology. Never gonna get it.
All they could do is copy the exterior, because the best bomber right now on Earth, the B-2 stealth bomber, they're gonna retire that soon and bring out the new one. That bomber was designed from a chariot that created soil in Florida. He was seen by a lake, and he said he saw a chariot that looked like that, so he said, I'll just give it to you.
They don't have the technology.
They don't have the technology.
They'll never get it. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindred of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. And that's Yahawashi is coming with a group of angels to take back what's his, the earth and the people. Oh, the clouds is the chariots.
Well, of course. Okay. That's it.
This precept tell you that the clouds are the chariots. This is on Psalms 104, verse 3. It says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers of the flame of fire.
Oh, Wallace Willis, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. You can bring that out.
That's what that dude Phase on Love brought out too.
Oh, yeah. He kind of said it in code, you know. Go ahead.
This is 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, and behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven.
Another chariot. That's it. Another chariot. And let me say this. Esau knows he's done.
Oh, yes.
Esau knows he's done. You know?
You hear that, Esau?
2 Kings 6:16. And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses, chariots of fire round about Elisha.
So that's some technology for your ass. The chariots can be there, but you can't see them because it's a cloaking device. But certain people can see them. You know?
Somebody put E is listening.
Also to all, like you had a predator that you had to put on like a certain heat vision or something to see
That's cloaking device. Esau has that technology. There's videos on it where they have a cloaking device. Correct.
Real quickly too, there's like a light spectrum. There's a light spectrum. There's certain animals that can see different light spectrums. So these chariots can be, just manipulate the light spectrum.
Bottom line is beyond Esau's technology.
This is Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak of righteousness, I the save. Greatness of his strength.
Matthew 2, verse 1. I went 1 and 2, and then I jumped in 9. Now, when Yahawashi was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east of Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born, King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. I jumped to verse 9. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star, which they saw in the east, went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. When
That's
they
not a star. The stars don't, first of all, they don't move and they stand up. It's a ship. Back then they didn't understand what they saw. So they had to call it a star. Because it was a light. Right?
When they
Go
saw,
ahead, let them finish.
when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy.
Yeah, so this man is going down, man. If any of y'all don't believe this man and you've been around us for these many years and you doubting this shit, something wrong with you. Something wrong with you. Go ahead,
Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, the flying robe. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Because the chariots is coming to destroy Esau, 2/3 of the nation of Israel going to eat. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on his side according to it. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. And I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. And into the house
of the thief. He stole everything. And you saw he don't want to acknowledge that we're the Israelites. He don't want to acknowledge that he's the Edomites. He don't want to acknowledge that Babylon, the great revelation, is America. But they know it. Those military men, they watch all our videos. They commanded to watch. They're ordered to watch our videos. Analyze it, right? They really want to come and talk to us and get information. They know they're going down.
Pastor,
Thou art wiser than Daniel. Pastor, thou art wiser than
Thou
Daniel.
art wiser than Daniel.
There's no secret they can hide from you.
There's no secret they can hide from you. Okay, a little bit more.
And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that swayed falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house. You shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
Yeah, it's going to remain until the Most High said, okay, take this place out. What are the angels really doing? Huh? That's good, but what are the angels really doing? Huh? That's a good word. I want a different one. I want a biblical word.
Observing.
That's a good word too. I want another word. Huh? Give me another word. It starts with an S. Spying. Spying. Spying out the land. Before Israel took down the land, they spied out the land.
Yeah.
So the angels are spying out the land for the most time.
Good.
And Esau, the lead of Esau knows that. They know they're being spied upon.
Yeah. Oh, that's why they had that sixth branch of the military outer space.
Yeah, because that's a joke. That's
Yeah.
a joke.
Why would they set that up?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13, I'm starting at verse 5. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out to sea. Now this is what Ronald Reagan was talking about.
There you go.
Subdue the man that came out to sea, and came out of space, came out of the skies.
Because he said the sea, he came out to sea. This is 2nd Ezra's. The brother said he came out to sea, what was represented. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 58. He has shut the sea in the midst of the waters, and with his word, and as he hanged the earth upon the waters.
There you go. There you go. He hang the earth upon the waters. So space is the waters. You know, everything in the waters disappears, but it becomes a part of the waters. Not invisible. The gas.
Verse 6, it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain, and flew upon it. Yahawashi, came back with a gigantic chariot, man. And he showed spiritual power by flying upon it. It says, verse 7, but I would have seen the regional place where without the hill was graven, I could not. So, he was looking for a missing mountain. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet there is fight. And so we repeat of what happened in Egypt. After that last plague, Pharaoh was shook. That's why he's like, take the damn people and get out of here. But the Lord, what? He hard
Most High hard hit.
That's right. And the Lord does the same thing to Pharaoh.
That's right.
So the armies. It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword, nor any instruments of war, but I saw he sent out of his mouth, which is the chariots, and as it had been a blast of fire that concentrated heat from that laser, it says, out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Like a regular Christian would read it and think about it word for word. Oh, this is what happened? No. This is all parables and allegories. It says, and they that were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one. So upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. And I saw this, I was afraid.
What precept to come after that? You just read that one. What precept to come? Huh? That's a good one. Give me a better one. That's another good one.
Jeremiah 33, verse 30.
That's another good one.
25 and 33.
Warren had get it. They were all good. They were all good. It's gonna happen, man. You're gonna see. Hey, you're gonna start seeing. Esau's gonna start seeing ships landing and beams coming out, and they're really gonna get nervous.
Damn.
And one of them stupid crackers gonna try to shoot at it. They're gonna do like Magneto, make the bullet stop. They're gonna do some amazing shit, man.
Well, like in the first War of the Worlds, that preacher He walked up to the chariot and the chariot zapped him.
Zap it. They're gonna-
That was in the First World War.
Focus all that.
Yeah.
The Most High gonna cause them to zap that goddamn.
He came with a cross, man. He's walking. Yeah.
Go ahead, bring it on out.
This is Revelation 12 and verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
Neither was there any place found no more in heaven, meaning wherever Esau's ships, fighter jets, or whatever, they were all wiped out. They're gonna get wiped out. Wiped out inside of an hour. You know? Go ahead.
It's Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. Heaven opened.
Go ahead, 10.
Revelation 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. He said to me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahawashi. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
So he's going to do it in righteousness. It's going to be a justifiable anger. All right? And what's the term? What's the term? Indignation, which is righteous.
Oh, hey, shalom, bro.
No problem. Go ahead.
This is 2 Maccabees 10 and 29. But when the battle waxed strong, there appeared unto the enemies from heaven 5 comely men upon horses, with bridles of gold, and 2 of them led the Jews, and took Maccabeus between them, and
What's the
covered
precept
them.
again?
2 Maccabees 10
Second Maccabees 10 and what?
and 29 and 30.
Thank you. Go ahead.
It says, and took Maccabeus between
Because I
them.
found that scripture and I lost it. I was trying to figure out. I mean, I can find it, and I forgot about it. But that's the scripture that showed you that the Maccabees, that the angel came down to help the Maccabees.
Yeah, that's
Now,
what
since you brought that scripture out, the chariots ever come down to help King David? Give me the scripture. Whoever got it, raise their hand. Whoever got it, raise their hand. But I want you to read that again, brother. And then come with the scripture where the chariots came and helped David, King David. Read it again.
So 2 Maccabees 10 and 29. But when the battle waxed strong, there appeared unto the enemies from heaven 5 comely men upon horses, with bridles of gold, and 2 of them led the Jews, and took Maccabeus between them, and covered him on every side weapons, and kept them safe, but shot arrows and lightnings against the enemies, so that being confounded with blindness and full of trouble, they were killed. And there was slain of footmen 20,000 and 500 and 600
That's
horses.
some old Esau. You go. 45 minutes, man. Look, I watch this, bro. Y'all just watch stuff. Now that show you what about Maccabees. Maccabees is an important man to the Most High.
Oh, yeah.
The Most High, Yahawah, Shamayawan, loved the hell out of fucking the Maccabees, man. And he's a Levite too.
He was bringing Judas back right back.
Judas back. Judite name, Levi, tribe of Levi.
He was bringing Jake back to the Maccabees.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Beats.
Come on.
This is 1 Chronicles chapter 21, verse 16. And David lifted up his eyes and saw the angel of the Lord standing between the earth and heaven, having a drawn sword in his hand.
That's not the one I wanted. But that's a good one. That's a good one. That's not the one I wanted though. There's another one. Key word is mulberry. Mulberry tree.
I got one.
All right, go ahead.
This is 2 Samuel chapter 22, verse 10. He bowed. It said he bowed.
Let's start up probably like 5 verses.
All right, in verse 7, in distress I called upon my Lord, and I cried to my power, and he did hear my voice out of his temple, and my cry did enter into his ears. And that you can link with Tobit, the last chapter, where it says Raphael takes the praise of the saints up. verse 8, it says, then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundations of heaven were moved and shook because he was wroth. Verse 9, there went up a smoke out of his nostrils and fire out of his mouth, and the devoured coals were kindled by it. Verse 10, he bowed the heavens, and also it came down, and darkness was under his feet, and he rolled upon a cherub and did fly, and he was seen upon the wings of the wind.
Another good one. Another good one. So, but what's the one I'm looking for? Y'all got it?
Oh yeah, no, that was it. It was verse 11. It says, and he rolled upon a cherub and did fly. You say that?
That's a good one, but that's not the one I'm
Oh, you
looking
said
for.
mulberry tree. I'm sorry.
Mulberry tree is
I went
it.
ahead.
Come on. I know he got it. That's it. When his videos come up, man, you got to cook for his videos.
Come.
So you got that.
Got that
You got that
studious.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. You got that studious look.
Go ahead, bring it on out.
This is 2 Samuel 5, and also verse 20. It says, and David came to Baal-Perazim, and David smote them there, and said, the Lord Yahawah hath broken forth upon mine enemies before me, as the breach of waters. Therefore he called the name of that place Baal-Perazim, and there they left their images, and David and his men burned them. And the Philistines came up yet again and spread themselves in the valley of Rawchaa. And when David inquired of the Lord Yahawah, he said, thou shalt not go up, but fetch a compass behind them, and come upon them over against the mulberry trees. And let it be, when thou hearest the sound of a going in the tops of the mulberry trees, that then shalt thou bestir thyself, for then shall the Lord Yahawah go out before thee to smite the host of the Philistines.
So what happened? What happened? What is the whole mulberry tree about? Give me the picture. Picture in your mind. Give me a picture. I'll give you the picture. He said, look, I'm going to come down and help you, David. He said, when you hear the sound from the top of the mulberry bush, the tree, that was the ships that were scraping the top of the trees. So that's how low they were, man. So you got a picture. When you read the scripture, you got a picture. You say that. You got to visualize it, man. When Esau makes movies, Esau gets into it like, he'll make a movie like the movie The Kingdom of Heaven, right? Y'all ever see that movie, The Kingdom of Heaven? When Esau got into that movie, they made it look like he was in that time. Like they made the movie Gladiator. It actually looked like ancient Rome. See, Jay can't do that. He ain't got the talent to do that. See, Esau should make more biblical movies so brothers can see it. You know?
I got an LLC.
Go ahead. Oh, LLC. That brings the extra.
Right.
You know?
This is 2 Samuel 5 and verse, I'm going to start at 23. And again, David asked the Lord what to do. Do not attack them straight on. The Lord replied, instead, circle around behind and attack them near the polar trees. When you hear a sound like marching feet in the tops of the polar trees, be on the alert.
That's beautiful, bro.
You got to break that down,
You
bro.
hear it sound like marching feet, meaning the ships were scraping the top of the mulberry bush.
Hey, you got to break it down, brother.
Rejuvenate yourself. Is there more?
A little more. It says, that will be the signal that the Lord is moving ahead of you to strike down the Philistine army.
Now I want you to get Hosea 1 and start at 8. I believe it's at 8. Hosea 1 and 8. Hosea 1 and 8.
King James?
King James. Yeah. You might go into the NLT as well. Give me the King James.
Hosea verse 1 and verse 8. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea. Oh, it's locked in.
No, that's what the 10 on. Give me 8.
You said 1 and 8, right?
8.
It says, now when she had weaned Yahuwah,
Start at 7.
it says, but I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and I will save them by the Lord their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen.
What verse is that?
That was 7.
Read it again.
It's Hosea 1 and verse 7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and I will save them by the Lord their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen.
That's all I wanted. What does that mean? Raise your hand. Don't call out. Read it one more time.
This is Hosea 1 and verse 7. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and I will save them by the Lord their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen.
What does that mean by show of hands?
That the Lord is going to deliver his elect. Isaiah 26 and 20, enter into the chambers.
Say again?
Enter into the chambers by deliverance. That's how we're going to be saved. Rather
No, read again. You got it right. You give me a little bit more. Read it again. Read it again.
This is Hosea 1 and verse 7. But I will have mercy.
You answered it, but I want a little bit more.
But I will have mercy.
Paint a picture. Come on.
It says, but I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by the Lord their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen.
Read it one more time.
But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and I will save them by the Lord their power, and I will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen.
What does that mean?
He's going to do the fight for us.
Describe.
He's going to use, that's like he told King David when he see the chariots, when he hear the sound.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
In other words, you don't got to fight this battle. Yeah. I'm going to get involved.
I got it.
You read the one in the Maccabees. But the Maccabees, the angels came down and helped them. And Maccabees, you don't got to do this. Because the battle was getting hot. They wanted to kill the Maccabees, right? So the angel said, don't worry about it. We're going to come down and we're going to take care of it. No. That's what it means. And see, that shows you that Esau knows that we're the people. In the NBA, where you ever going to see a white boy become MVP? And now, if a white boy is the first white man to do it, guess what? That's a Jake. That's a Jake. Everything that we get into, we dominate, man. Go ahead, Art.
And the Lord actually did that in the account in Kings, the 19th chapter, 2 Kings, the 19th chapter, with the Assyrians when they took down Israel and they tried to take down the house of Judah also. But
Yo, 185,000 were killed.
Yeah, they read that. I read that on Google. That's in secular history. That's known history that happened.
Then I'm gonna cop to the chariots.
Yeah. But they did, when I was reading it on Wikipedia, they mentioned that the angels came down.
Showing you that they know. Showing you that they know.
Good precept.
Go ahead. And after this, we're going to close up.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then will I turn to the people of pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent.
That's it. Anyway, with that, we're going to let y'all go. We're going to do this quick. Call it. Let's go.